Hi, my name is Tommy Kelly. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today obviously is my eating disorder topic series, and as you all know, I do a lot of work with B-eat in the UK and things like that, obviously with volunteering, obviously in the media, and obviously researching new treatments for eating disorders. So I would like to share with you something. A new study from Columbia University has identified for the first time what's going on in the brain of obviously anorexics about decisions that we make about eating food. Basically by using MRIs, which is magnetic resonance imaging, which is basically the tunnel type scan that you go in. If you can imagine that, you've probably seen them before. It's like the type of tunnel you get in that they image all your body and things. So basically what they've found is that when people decide what food to eat, people with anorexia are engaging in a part of the brain that is associated with habitual control of actions, obviously rather than the part of the brain which is associated with values and things like that. This basically suggests that anorexics don't decide what to eat or because they need to lose weight or gain weight. The brain has just gotten into the habit of obviously deciding not to eat. This part of the brain that they're using is obviously different from the part of the brain that healthy people seem to use. A neuroscientist and professor of psychology at the University Zuckerman Mind Behaviour Institute and one of the authors of the study obviously said, while the study was just small, 21 patients with anorexia and 21 without, and did not set out to look for treatment options, there were some implications for obviously people struggling with anorexic children. So when we talk about the study with the parents, it makes an awful lot of sense for them. Basically, what it is they look into how the working of the habits and obviously how they get laid down and things like that. They see the behaviour become entrenched. They see behaviour becoming hard to change. What they've obviously known is that to begin to look at the basic mechanisms would be obviously to explain how they work. Let's say one of the clear implications seem to be that the family-based therapy is obviously more likely to work than just therapy alone, since it appears to be the behaviour that obviously needs to change. There's not any given set of beliefs of how a patient obviously is feeling on that day. Treatments are going to have to focus in on the behaviour in order to obviously be successful. Like I say, the study suggests that basically that parents might want to try various strategies to get your kid's brain out of the habit of deciding to eat every little bit of food that obviously is possible to do that. Basically before the anorexic sufferers walk into the meal, before they pick up the fork and knife, what they could do instead obviously is they might always want to shake it up a little. Basically, she says, to tell the story of a parent at a conference whose child cut up their food into a very small pieces before eating it. One way to shortcut such circuit behaviour, she suggests, might be to get the child to eat with only his or her left hand. Like they say, it's a very oversimplified but useful illustration. If you're trying to eat with your left hand, does that slow down the whole meal enough that you would actually pay attention to it? It can obviously help raise awareness of what you're doing. It also makes it impossible to cut up your food as well. Another way the study might help parents is addressing this as a brain problem and not a willpower problem. She says parents seem to find it helpful to understand that something has happened where the behaviour's gotten stuck. And she says it's not really about logical thinking at this point. Obviously, of course, there's lots of people who have had the habits that they've had to break. For things like thumb sucking to gambling, the only way to snap out of it seems to be slow and hard. To notice the behaviour, stop it and try to do something else. But like she says, some habits, like not obviously eating, are more life-threatening than others. Breaking habits is not something neuroscientists have obviously figured out how to do. So she basically says, who could not believe nobody had ever done brain imaging in anorexics and decisions about food before, and credits interdisciplinary work for this breakthrough. she basically says this study means that they can obviously draw on richer knowledge than we had before. So basically that shows that there is a certain part of the brain that's disassociated from people that's healthy to obviously eating disorder sufferers. So it's not a choice that we're making logically, it's a part of the brain that's disturbed with that. It's not something we're actually trying to do. So this is a great study. Like I said, this was actually conducted by the Columbia University it was, so that, like I say, I'll link this actually below and you can check it out yourself. It's a great study, and I think this really is going to further the recovery for people with eating disorders and obviously help treatment and things as well, that they're actually beginning to learn more and more about actually the part of the brain that's actually disturbed with eating disorders. So I hope you like this video, guys, and please comment below, like, share, subscribe, all the lovely things, and remember what the little guy at the end of the video says. Remember, guys, binge on life, purge negativity and starve guilty feelings. Speak to you all soon and love you so much.